Was it what you expected? How was it?
To be honest with you, Silver, I wasn't expecting it. I
Oh,
never
okay.
had any
Clue.
ideas or any view.
Yeah.
I was just going. I went along, and that
Mhm.
was it.
Yeah.
But I was on an expectation that it's going to be like this or it's going to be like that. I just went,
Yeah.
and I was playing it as I go along.
And did you have to find accommodation, or did they
Well,
have?
now that's where life really started.
Yeah.
Finding accommodation.
Okay. Yeah.
Accommodation was very, very restricted.
Mm.
You couldn't find it.
Why was that, do you think?
Well, they never made preparation for us. And when you get there, when you're going into England, you're going to the white people. And they weren't rented accommodation that you could go and rent hotels or anything like that. There was no rented accommodation around.
So they invited people to come to their country to help rebuild after the war. They invited you, but they made no preparation.
None whatsoever.
No preparation.
Front
Yeah.
when they invite you to come to England, they say, well, there's work opportunity there for you.
Yeah.
They wasn't paying your fare. You got to look for your own fare. And from the time you land there, everything is on
You're on your own.
You're on your own. You wouldn't land there and say, well, I got a hotel to go to, I got accommodation waiting for you, unless somebody have accommodation waiting for you.
Yeah.
All that say.
Yeah.
You find people like us, so some of us that leave Barbados and went over there, you find them walking about the streets, looking for some place, looking for places, and somebody sleeping in the bus station, you think, train station before
Really?
the yes!
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That must have been hard.
It was hard. It was difficult. Eric had a room, and the landlord put a bed in it for Eric. But when he knew that I was coming, he told his landlord, and he said she would find a bed for me.
Right.
But when we turned up there, we turned up with another blow up from Rock Hall. That wasn't in it at all. Because Eric had told Eric not to bring anyone with him. But James, who lived in the hall from the time he said we were going, we talk about it because you know how things get around the district. He went and booked.
Yeah.
So the three of us left the hall together. We had accommodation for us, but there was no way for James.
So what happened to him?
Everett was working nights. So when we got there the Monday night, I had an Everett bed. Eric had his bed, but James had to sleep on the floor.
You see that?
He had to make it rough on the floor. And that was in August. Well, it was in the cold time. It was in August when we got there. So the next morning then, when Everett come home from work, then it's 12-hour shift because he working 12-hour shift then. He had to go, because we were all for a while, he had to go come up then and start looking for accommodation for James. And he couldn't find accommodation in around our area because we was white people.
And is it that they didn't want to rent to black people as well? Was that
But
the
that was
problem?
part
That was
of it.
the racism.
That was part of it. And most of the people that had homes, they didn't have rented accommodation. They had homes for their, well, most of them were struggling just like you know, it wasn't easy for them either.
No.
Because when you live here, you have the expectation, knowing what white people was like here, when you get there, you was looking for them to be like up there, you know, you're looking for them struggling just like you. Some of them was struggling just like you or more.
Yeah. They're all like working class people.
All of us working class people. And our landlord, she was Italian and he was Polish. There wasn't English people. Polish an Italian, and they was occupying the same house.
The
They
same
was
house.
living downstairs, and the renters the upstairs part of the house.
Wow. That must have been tough.
It was tough,
Mm.
but at the same time,
Mm.
well, like me, to be honest, I just took it away straight.
Yeah, you were young and carefree. But people now, men with families back here, that they now have to find jobs quick and support their families back here.
Funny,
It must have been hard.
it was hard. It was
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
And the thing that happened, if you find a job that wasn't paying a certain amount of money,
Mm.
and you rent a room,
Mm.
it would be easier for you to rent a bed
Mm.
and share a room with somebody
Yeah.
than to rent a room for yourself, because that room, the least you would pay for a room is £2.50.
Mm.
That was a lot of money. So that's half a year, nearly half a year.
What year was that again that you were riding?
1955.
You were riding 55.
1955,
Okay.
August 1955.
Right.
So
Mm.
the landlady we was living with, she occupied, they had 2 rooms downstairs, a living room, the kitchen, the bathroom on the bottom floor they got it. The upstairs then had 3 rooms and an attic. We had the attic.
Right.
So it was 3 floors. So we had everything. Then we live up in the attic up there. And we occupied that. The 3 of us live in that attic up there from August. Whenever it leave that August, it was January the next year.
Mm. And that attic was one room?
Just 1 room.
One room. And the 3 of you?
The 3 of us share that 1 room.
Wow. That was, I don't know how you did that.
That's what I used to.
And you have to like come downstairs for toilet and bath facilities.
Because
and that.
they didn't have toilet up there.
No.
Way up in the attic, the toilet and the bath is on the 2nd floor. Is on the on the 2nd.
Yeah,
floor.
yeah.
So that 2nd floor, toilet and bath, had to share between 3 rooms.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Us upstairs and the 3 rooms on the 2nd floor. We all had to use that same bath.
So how did you cook and things like that? How did you do your meals?
You never heard anything about, you never heard anybody talk about that
Roughly,
kind of
but
love.
I've not heard it like this, in this detail. But I've heard about, about sharing, yeah.
Every one of those rooms
Mm.
had a gas ring on it
Oh, right.
that you could cook on.
Yeah.
So you had to cook in your room.
You had
You
to
cook
cook in
and
your
live in
room.
there and eat it.
Wow.
You cook on that gas ring.
Yeah.
You had it to pay for the gas. You put a shilling in it to keep that.
That thing where the gas come flowing.
Yeah. You got the glass, they got the meter there and you had to clock the shilling in to keep that gas going.
Yeah.
And that gas stove, not stove, the ring, gas ring that you could cook, so you had to got your pans in your pots and everything.
Oh wow. That was tough, man. I don't know you. I think we as a 2nd generation had it a lot easier. We had it made by the sound of it.
You always see it.
In terms